Hello loves, welcome to Fifth Dimension. So for today's reading, I wanted to do a pick a pile, specifically energy check-in in regards to what is shifting in your life in order for things to come into balance. So for pile number 1, we have the Labradorite. Pile number 2 is going to be the Prasiolite. And pile number 3 is going to be the Smokey Quartz. As always, choose whichever you feel most drawn to. If that's more than one crystal or pile, then I would trust that. Please use your intuition and personal discernment when deciding if the messages that you hear are yours or not. I'll see you at your piles. Hi, pile number 1. If you chose this Labradorite, this side is cuter, then you're at the right place. So first things first, I want to, well, I should say thank you for being here, right? I'm always such a let's get into this. Just kidding. I want to do an energy as far as what, I'm going to do reverse. So what aspect of your life is wanting to, or needing to come into balance first. And then we'll get into what needs to shift, or what is being forced to or asked to or whatever. Okay, so we have card number 26 with hostilities. All right. What else do we have for pile number 1? We have card number 19 with waking the lion. So hostilities is the energy of being standoff-ish, being on guard, being defensive. It definitely doesn't feel brave, confident. I feel like that energy, this feels like a lot of self-doubt, or just being unwilling to bring walls down and place healthy boundaries in place. It just sort of feels like the refusal to do so, but I feel like that is what's coming into balance. A more confident version of yourself, a version of you that doesn't feel the need, trusts their own discernment, trusts their own strengths, doesn't feel the need, oh, this is also giving me doesn't feel the need for validation, doesn't feel the need to compete, to put yourself in a place where you feel oh, I gotta do better than so and so, or oh look, I'm getting lion vibes. Yeah, just being brave is really the main gist of it. Being brave in all aspects of your life, not putting any limits on yourself. Okay, so let's go ahead and get some more cards and check out some energies as far as what is shifting specifically in order for that to happen in your life. So this could be energy, I didn't put such strong intention on it. This could be energy as far as my wrist. Advice as far as what you're being guided, kindly guided, because you do what you want and feels right for you. So take it either as that, or it could just come out as energy of what you're already shifting in your life. Just take it however, okay? So what shifts are occurring for pile number 1? What shifts are occurring? One more. Okay, maybe just one. Alright, so we have believe in the impossible with blue moon. That goes in with the doubt that I said. with the hostilities, it just feels like very like untrusting. That this could be like untrusting of the world, in people, in situations, in opportunities, untrusting in self. Strongly feels like, okay. A time to give rather than to take. We have dance with life, do something to change your energy, which is literally like the point of the reading is shifting. Taking active steps, a time to give of yourself, to really, I heard put yourself out there, but like bracing yourself for the potential of, I don't know what this is, right? So this could be like in how you express yourself in any way, or something that you're wanting to pursue, or something that you're wanting to just, it feels like expression, like something that is shared. And I feel that that hold back energy is what either the guidance or what you're actively shifting in your life right now to like create movement where there was block. The hostility card is also giving me like building a dam, like you energetically have a dam that's needing to, I don't know if it necessarily needs to come all the way down, but it needs to be shifted. Energy within there needs to be shifted in order to really be able to move into this, okay? Like it takes, like that's the lion energy, right? Being able to take action, which is what this is giving me. Do something to change your energy. Take more of an active role in intentional change. So understanding like what your routine is and what you can like shift around in order to like just align yourself more with this energy. Yeah. So for example, yesterday I was feeling like poo. But then instead of just allowing myself to sit in that stinky little energy, I went and dug around in my drawers and I found a hair color, and I was just like, oh, let's play. And so I kept myself busy throughout the day, just doing things that's just for the heck of it, just for the simple change of something, right? The change of this or that around my space and whatever it be. So I really feel like that is, if not is the guidance, then is what you're actively doing in order to create this energy, yourself into balance. It's really just putting yourself into balance, because each and every one of us, when in alignment with our true self, is a confident version of that. Like we don't, like when we're in alignment, we just don't doubt ourselves. We just do what feels right, what feels fun, what feels like the thing to do. Without hesitation and putting doubt and putting fear and putting just guardedness and energies and really I feel like this is a lot to do with self, but it could be either or. Putting yourself into a place of just being able to express yourself freely, confidently, and be brave in your life in all aspects. Like seizing the day is what I'm getting. Yeah, just seizing the day, because every day is a precious gift that is absolutely very temporary and very fleeting. So to take the time each and every day, doing active shifts, or you may be experiencing them. I'm sort of getting also like they just may be like forced shifts. I kind of got that right now. Maybe we're needing to just, okay, let me get some more cards. Any guidance, messages in regards to this energy? We have Air Guardian. Shift your perception. So that would make sense, right? If it's like a lot of self-doubt or fear, or just like putting self-sabotage is what I'm getting, like putting self-sabotage. This is literally just your thoughts. Like, you can stop a dream, you can keep yourself from achieving a goal simply in the mind, simply by being like, ooh, it would be cool if, and then the mind getting in there and saying like, no, like, you don't even have time for this and that, like, what do you, or whatever it is that comes into your mind. When just stopping it in its tracks in that way, like, that is that dam that I felt like that stops the flow. And in this case, it's about shifting that perception, but you have to be aware, which is where all of this like activeness is, really tracking yourself, really tracking your thoughts and shifting them in the moment. Just like I said, I was feeling like poo, and then I was just like, I could just be stinky old poo here all day. I just want to fuss. I just want to fuss about how sad I am or whatever, right? But no. Then I ended up having a cute little day. So dumb. But anyways, let me get to, I wasn't sure if I was going to pull tarot. I didn't want to go this too long. But let me pull some of these, actually. It's essentially tarot, but there's different cards in here, and the energies are actually kind of different. Let me straighten my leg. Messages, guidance for pile number 1. It's this light that's bothering me so freaking bad, but I have to do it because then I feel like it's super dark if I don't have it on. Alright, anyways, you don't care. We have the card of choice. We have the card 5 of water. Literally. Having the choice, what you're going to do with your energy, what you're going to do with your thoughts, where you allow them to go, right? Where you allow yourself to go, because in the end of the day, if anybody's stopping you from something, it's me, myself, and I. And then the 8 of air, and then thought. So 8 of air in tarot, okay, it's the 8 of swords. Sorry, that took me a second. The 8 of swords is the energy of thought, being trapped by your own thoughts, making active choice to move yourself out of them, to swim in a different stream, if you will. Now, mind you that you still carry the sadness with you, but it's sort of like, oh, I heard integrating. It's sort of like integrating it. Yeah. Alchemizing. What other word is it? Just transforming. Taking the energy and using it for something versus just allowing it to sit stagnant and have no motion involved, okay? Something like that. Animal cards, and then I will close this reading off. I know I'm all over the place. It took me forever to start recording. I'm super self-conscious. Got like 20 pounds of makeup, but still feeling. What else? Alright, so guidance for pile number 1. I saw a swan. It was cute. Okay, so we have Swan Spirit, time for a deep dive, card number 60. Card number 3, Armadillo Spirit, set healthy boundaries. That's what I said in the beginning, because I feel like there's like a wall that you put up, a barrier where there's like a lack of trust and the unwillingness to put effort into like putting heavy walls down, but in place of those walls, like putting a healthy boundary, right? A healthy boundary where you communicate what's not okay, what's not gonna fly. That's a healthy boundary. While it is difficult to put in place, specifically when it comes to your most delicate relationships, family, friends, whatever, it's important I feel is what's the main thing that's being pushed out in your energy, okay? And then we have turn knowledge into wisdom with this wolf. But yeah, that's what I got for you, pile number 1. I hope these messages resonated. Until we vibe again. Hi, pile number 2. Thank you for joining me for your reading. If you chose this Prasiolite, then you're at the right place. So I had tried recording. I had started off by pulling the energies already. I apologize for that. I had to turn off the light. It was just like causing me to like want to get a migraine. So I'm trying to use the sunlight. I moved things a little bit. Hopefully the lighting isn't too bad. So the cards that you got, as far as I'm starting off with what's coming into balance specifically, you got the 6th chakra with Archangel Metatron, if I'm not mistaken, which is the 3rd eye chakra. Then we have right here the roots of abundance. So for me, this is what I first saw was like the chakras, right? So coming into alignment, I saw like the spiral being pulled and stretched. So some sort of, it could be Kundalini because it had like the sort of like the pull and the bounce of the spiral. Take that if it resonates, but if not, it's just really like your energy systems coming into strong alignment is what I'm strongly getting. That's coming into balance for you, which is going to shift everything. Because if you've had blockages within like, you know, your chakras at any point, this feels like beautiful, this flow, right? So let's go ahead and see what specifically is shifting. Sorry, I forgot which cards I used for the other pile already. Let's go ahead and see what specifically is shifting or needing to shift. So this could just be like an overview of what you're already noticing or actively changing in order to put yourself into alignment. Or this could be like guidance as far as like what you're being asked to consider. So messages for pile number 2 as far as what shifts. We have the end of a tough cycle approaches with full moon in Capricorn. What else? For pile number 2. We have bring love into the situation, new moon in Aquarius. And then we have, I think the damage is done already from the light. I feel like the throbbing and not the good kind. Just kidding. Warrior woman, have you answered your deepest calling? Okay. At the bottom of the deck, calling to me is the card Unbound, releasing soul patterns, contracts, and past lives. I'm gonna take it. And then we have align your life. What is not aligned? Oh, there goes one of my hairs. What is not aligned or needs to change? I feel like that's resonant too. I feel like for the majority, it isn't like a specific, like you're actively doing what you need to do in order to change what's not aligned, or at least to recognize what no longer is you. And I can hold on, LOL, Chloe trying to knock down the tripod. Okay, so yeah, I forgot what I was saying, but I was saying something about recognizing, right? Like taking a look, and I said I was going to give an example. Okay, so becoming aware, making yourself aware of changes, ways that you don't respond anymore, ways that don't resonate with you anymore, they don't interest you anymore, things that you're just not willing to put up with anymore, behaviors that you exhibit in which are different than how you normally would behave or respond or something like that, okay? Recognizing those changes so that you can leave behind the old, like the residue of the old mentality connected to old versions of yourself that are not you, that you've had to shed, right? Because in order to align yourself, I feel like there's a lot of shedding. You see layers and layers of shedding, and then sparks. So the sparks are things that were just like thrown at you like a firecracker. What does that mean? Oh, okay. Things that were shown to you, because then I saw like a person in the darkness, and when the firecracker was thrown at them, it like lit them up so that they could see. But it wasn't a good experience because it was like the firecracker, what, you know what I mean? So experiences that you've been having to have that are like firecrackers, where it's just like, ooh, that was not a good experience, but it showed me something. Either showed me the way, showed me the truth, showed me, I keep on saying like a mask or a person's face that was like shrouded. So that could be also within yourself, like truths of yourself. Take whichever resonates, okay? I feel like that's a big factor into what's shifting. I feel like there's a lot shifting for you. So that specifically is one aspect of it. Another is like completely coming out of cycles. Like I feel like you've been closing. It's just like, I'm seeing doors being shut. And this may be like in some aspects the universe shutting doors on you that you may not have understood. Like, why are all these doors closing on me, or why won't one open? You know, like something like that. But understanding that there was cycles, patterns that needed to just be stopped in their fucking tracks. Like, no, sir, you don't get to come. Yeah, like leaving. And if this could be external again, but I strongly feel it like being like things within yourself that you don't put up with anymore. And this could be like not necessarily being like, oh, I have bad traits that like I don't allow myself to exhibit anymore. Not like that. It's sort of giving me like, damn, I lost it. It'll come back if I need it. All right. I'm gonna be stubborn on it. No. We have warrior woman. Have you answered your deepest calling? Bring love into the situation. I feel like, yeah, there was a lot of aspects that you had to shift through your own action, through your own words, by wielding your own sword. I feel like, okay, you know what I'm seeing? I'm seeing like a person like in training, and they're like swinging, and they don't like really have a strong grip, and then it's like the overlay of time being passed, and then seeing them like getting stronger at it, right? Like being able to hold it up more without like being so tired, and then like, you know, building muscle, and then getting to the point where it's just like, okay, now I have skill. Not only can I like hold the motherfucker up, but I can actually, like, I have moves. I got moves, you know what I mean? I'm strongly getting that, like, there's something that you've been building on very strongly, and having to use it, it's giving me that saying about like the sword of truth can be used to clear away, but it can also be used to cut, right, if necessary. And so again, this can be like internal, external, this could be literal, metaphorical, whatever, take it however it resonates. But I feel like there's been a lot of shifts that you've been creating, or that have been created for you, in order, I think, for this to just bring in more of a flow, the energy of love, embracing it. I feel like you've struggled when it comes to the energy of love, specifically when it comes to self-love. Now, yeah, that's been very like strongly in the collective energy for a good ass chunk a good ass chunky time. Self-love, and why the repeated messages of self-love, why the repeated messages of needing to shed aspects of ourselves that aren't true, like seeing the truth versus allowing everything else around us to dictate what our truth is. Okay, yeah, I feel like that that's coming to an end. All the fights, all the building up, all the, and I'm not to say that it just sort of feels, okay, get that straight. Not to say that there won't be more challenges or struggles in your life, that you're just like always going to be like good and peace, and rainbows and unicorns for the rest of your life. No, that's not what I'm saying at all. What I'm saying is that a good heavy chunk of work that you've been doing that has been like in motion, and I'm just seeing like multiple, like I said, there's multiple things that you've just been working on. You've just been like delving into yourself. You've just been changing, doing, getting to know yourself on such a depth in order to achieve self-love. And there may be aspects that you'll continue to working on. This can be undoing so much that it could take lifetimes to get to a balanced flow and holding on to self-love. But hopefully that's not the case, right? Hopefully this is a strong aspect of the bulk of the work to get there, and being able to hold more steady the energy of self-love, and therefore being able to attract that into your life, okay? And I just mean as far as the energy of flow and abundance, which is what love is. It's healing, it's flow, it's abundance, it's light. All right, so let's get guidance messages for you. It's 11:11. Well, no, it's not, but like the timer, right? Okay, I'm gonna switch. Don't judge me. Stretch. Oh, that felt so good to have some flow in that leg. Like, this is not cutting it. I need a better cushion because the support around here is not doing it anymore. Direction guardian, choose your path. This feels like being really aligned with your squad, tribe, guides. Like being really like a cute little team that's working together. Was I supposed to get more than one? I don't know. We'll see what happens. All right, let me get messages, guidance in regards to the shifts for pile number 2. Messages or guidance for pile number 2. I think that's good. Okay, so we have the card of journey. I love this because it's connected with this. The journey that you have begun, that you felt like you never got moving on. You know what I mean? It sort of feels like preparing, and feeling like, what? Like I've only walked this much from the parking lot. Because it's been a lot of challenge. There's been a lot of resistance, and not necessarily your own. There's just been a lot to work through. And then we have the scribe having retained a lot of knowledge, a lot of experience in this like boot camp. Yeah, and then this is giving me the same thing. This is the 3 of, I don't know, I think this is air. You know what? The 3 of air is in tarot. It's the 3 of swords. It's the card of pain, suffering, loss. But in this aspect, connecting with the energy, is this something? I don't know where I got something about knowledge. I said something about knowledge, right? Turning knowledge into wisdom. Or that may have been another pile. I don't know. But that's what this is giving me. Using everything that you've gained in order to help guide you. Help guide your next steps, where it is that you go. I heard how it is that you lead. And then we have the energy of self. So again, this is going to connect with what I had originally got, and it just gives me like the sense of alignment, like being fully connected within your energy and having like actively worked out. And that's just like, you know, even if you don't believe in like, I don't know, I felt like even if you don't believe in like the chakra systems or the energies, whatever, it's a metaphor for an energy. Okay, you can take it that way, as far as each one representing a different aspect of our life and places within those energies of us that may need to be healed, shifted, released, whatever, you know, the stuff. The spiritual stuff. All right, I gotta close this off already. I'm just getting overwhelmed. I don't know why. Okay. Let's get some guidance, animal guidance for pile number 2. I hope these messages resonated. Again, the scatteredness, the migraine. That's all I gotta say. Okay, so we have card number 38, Lizard Spirit, dream the world into being. We have card number 6, Beaver Spirit, lay a solid foundation. Again, that's going to connect with the roots of abundance. That's what you've been doing. You've been working very hard and feeling like you've not gotten somewhere, but it's because you were doing a lot of fixing. You were doing a lot of fixing, laying down a solid foundation, a very strong one, okay? And then we have Vulture Spirit, nothing is wasted, card number 63. Those aspects, like I said, the taking any pain, any loss, any suffering that you've experienced, which I'm sure there was a lot, because there's a lot of stuff that you've been working on. Do I have a dimple in my chin too? That was funny. Anyways, yeah, nothing is ever wasted. Everything that you gained is knowledge and can be used, all right, and applied in the future. So that's what I got for you. So we go again. Hi, pile number 3. Thank you for joining me. If you chose the Smokey quartz, then you're at the right place. So I'm gonna try to get through your reading. And I apologize if I gave you like what's left of my energy. Okay, so I'm going to start off with what energies are coming into balance, or what specifically is coming into balance in your life, okay? What is coming into balance? For pile number 3, what energy in their life, in and around their life? All right. We have card 43, man holding a coin. And then we have confidence is your key to success with new moon in Leo. Let me get another moon. I mean, it's giving very like stepping into like an energy of just control within one's life. And then we have the energy of you are good enough, full moon in Virgo. I got the vibe. Okay, so here's what I got. And that's why like I made a funny little face. Also, sorry about the lighting. I basically ran out of what little sunlight came out today. This energy gave me like a memory of like my family growing up. And there's always this joke that we've always held as far as like my brother Mo being the favorite, because he's the boy, and he's like, I don't know, but anyways, the point being, like, I saw like my mom and the way that she cares for him, like he's a fucking king. Like the king is here, like let's serve him, including like me and my sisters. It's like cultural, right, for us to like treat him like a king, like you're his sisters. so dumb, I swear. But that's what this is giving me. It's like stepping into the energy of deserving that. Not like my brother. I'm just kidding. Like deserving that. Why? Because your energy is being put into the place of balance in some aspect. It feels like the masculine energy, so the leadership role and taking control of decisions that are made, in which you build, in which you grow, in which direction that you take. That's what it's all giving me. It's all giving me like man going on a journey, or like just person going on a journey to self, or a journey of destiny, or I don't know. It's giving something like that. But it's about like believing in your ability to take on that role. I feel like that's strongly what's coming into balance, is like belief in the power, right? Power. Something like that. Okay, let us get energies as far as like what specifically is shifting in order for this balance to come in. Sorry with all the nonsense I said about my family. We have card 29 with Awakening Genius. I'm jealous. I really love this card. Okay, so something's awakening within you that is creating a shift. And then we have Broken Open. I was about to say something that awakened. It gave stagnant. It gave asleep, like energy that was just like coasting it. It sort of feels like just like there for the ride, but not really like setting a significant direction, or like not even like really having like bigger hopes. I don't know. It's sort of giving me like that. It's giving me like restriction. It's giving me like placed within a box. So maybe that's what it is. It feels very like sheltered and withheld, very restrained energy that is currently in the process of shifting, or like an awakening to, like an understanding of, like it just feels like a hope or a goal, an epiphany, something like that, an aha moment. Look at me losing my voice. Wait, what other cards was I supposed to get? From here, right? Yes. I don't know why I got so confused. Stop throwing me off. Just kidding. Okay, we have the card No. Wait, postpone, pause, say no. Clarify this energy. Boundaries. Where do you need to establish better boundaries? What is this? This may be like the complete restriction, because this is giving me like taking back your own power from others. Like look at the energies of all the others, like the grabbers. Those that are just reaching to grab your energy for whatever reasons. You may be in high demand in some aspect. I don't know. Just take whatever. Just like it's like people that drain you, energy leeches. That's sort of what it feels. So needing to like stand in your power and be able to say no, I think that's what's strongly shifting. That's what's allowing you for you to like, and this is strongly giving like voices in the head too, now that I'm thinking about it. Like when it comes to, yeah, because this is what I said, right? With the masculine energy, this is not gender specific. Like I'm working on this too. This actually resonates with me. Taking a leadership position in the direction and where I want to be led, and not just allowing like the cruise control take me wherever the fuck. That's what this is. Belief, I heard again, like believing in your ability to do so. So me, like I don't have no GPS, I don't even have a map. But I have a spare tire. Just kidding. I'm just joking. Yeah, it's strongly giving like energies either within, like voices in your head, but they could also be like very active voices that like they're whispers in your head, but then they're like, what's the word? It's gonna bother me if I don't find the word. Anyways, there's like something when it comes to behaviors that you're trying to train, and so you like repeat the behavior and there's a word that comes with that, and it's sort of like saying like you're like really anchoring that behavior by doing that. But anyways, like a second, like a whisper within you, and then also being like a second by voices outside that sort of just like confirm and second that no, that restrict you, that stop you, that tell you stay where you are, don't go anywhere else, don't try to endeavor, don't go out and wander on a journey and step into an active role of it's giving adventure. So that's, what does that mean? That just means like stepping out of the norm, stepping out of something that's gonna be like a sharp right. And having a lot of restriction when it comes to that. Again, this is internal and external. That is restriction. So the strong thing that's needing to shift here is to stop and say no. To put boundary. I feel like okay, I'm sorry, I was about to go off. I feel like there's a potential of having experienced the allowing of others to just dictate, to take control, just like there's just like a surrender, like almost like a soldier, like a blind surrender to releasing your power and just doing, like a soldier, right? Just doing. And I feel like the strong shifts that either you're actively taking, like experiencing right now, is like needing to put your foot down, needing to put boundaries, needing to say no, needing to speak up, needing to awaken and then come out of the shell, needing to believe in your ability to take control, to have control of your own life without the other voices, the other people, situations, be able to dictate where you move, what you think, what you feel, where you go, what you can experience, okay? It's all giving me burst. It's all giving me coming out of. It's all giving me from within to without. So it feels like something that's been a stirring, like something that you've been working on, thinking of, healing through, something like that. So let's go ahead and get some other cards. Messages for pile number 3 in regards to this energy. We have spring. See your seeds grow. Yeah, again, it's just giving me that. The burst, the bloom, what happens in the spring, right? The sprouting, the growth, just rapid growth. And I feel like that's probably what you're experiencing. Movement, needing to make fast decisions. And then I heard build fast barrier, something like that. So like needing to just like put things in place where you normally wouldn't have done, and doing it like in the moment, not like, you know, like I feel like that's something you're more getting into the energy of, because it feels like something like speeding up. You're just like, oh, I see it, versus just like after a while later being like, maybe I should have said no to that. Something like that. High priest, intend and create. Again, that's what all of this is giving me. It's just really taking the power. And this could just be like in your voice and speaking up for yourself. But it could mean a lot of other stuff, right? A lot of other exciting things. So now the confidence is your key to success. I feel like that's strongly what is coming into balance, is your confidence in self, 1000%. Do you know who you are? because if you don't know who you are, would you expect that others would know who you are better than you? So that's really what all of this feels like, questions that you've been asking yourself, perceptions of yourself that you've been shifting, and then finding the boldness and the bravery within you, to the confidence, right? The confidence to be able to, again, like, just take control of things in your life, of whatever. I'm running out of light again. Okay, that's fine. Alright, so messages for pile number 3. What do they need to know in regards to these shifts that they are implementing, experiencing? Messages. I actually had forgotten about the migraine for a second. So that's good. I was able to finally just calm my eyes because that light was crazy. I don't know why my eyes just can't. They just cannot. Alright, so we have pile number... No, not pile number 2. Okay, we have the 2 of Earth. This is literally about balance. And this is in regards to give and take. Okay, balancing out the give and take in your life. Balancing out the conflict that you may experience. I feel like this is, again, reflecting internal and external. Then we have the 3 of Earth, which is, again, the seeds that we keep on talking about. But it's sort of, it's giving me like planting your own seeds, like creating your own garden. Like what do you wish to grow in your life? Because I feel for a long time like you had no say in what you could grow, and what was being, you know, like you were just tending to the gardens each and every day, but you had no say, and it's like you're putting all this energy and effort, but you're having no say. And this could, again, just be within yourself, like not taking the effort to change something that just sort of became blah after a while, right? When you recognize it just became like not fulfilling anymore. Like the garden was growing, it sort of feels like there was growth. You were feeling the growth, or seeing the growth and having like abundance come through, but at the same time, like you had no say in what you could grow. And I feel like that's what's changing for you, is like now you're embodying your own freedom and power to do so, speaking, voicing, because I feel like you have, okay, sorry, I'll get into that right now. All of these energies are just exciting me. It feels significant because it feels like you just spoke up and let everybody know, like, this is changing from here on out. I've decided that I'm growing lavender in the fields, that I'm growing, I don't know, fucking zucchini. I couldn't even think of anything. Whatever. Lavender and rosemary. Whatever you choose to grow in your garden instead of whatever was being grown. Like, we're not doing apples again this year, guys. Just kidding. But growing whatever the hell you feel like growing. You know, no matter what people say, like, you're not supposed to be growing lavender right now. And then, like, come on, like, we're used to apples. Like, apples every year. Like, what do you mean you're going to grow lavender? But being able to, this is such a silly, like, you know what I mean, just take it out. But being able to speak up and make those changes, stepping into power, creating active change, coming out of conflict within and without, right? And this may be having to be in conflict in some aspects, like to speak up for yourself and fight your battles is sort of what I'm getting. A lot of communication, like speaking, deciding, expressing with the King of Swords, but it's a lot like speaking with conviction is sort of what it can mean. Leaving no room for anyone to question, that your decisions, in other words, right? So yeah, that's what it's all giving me. And then we have the card of abundance. it's giving, look at this card right here. With the awakening card, it's just what I was saying, like being able to grow anything, being able to change, and then just being excited again. Like, oh, like I there's so much things I'd like to try to grow now that I have the freedom to decide what I want to grow and what I want to nourish and water, if I'm going to be putting effort into that every day. Like, I want it to be something that I can look forward to, that I can appreciate, that I can enjoy, because it was my choice to see that and nourish it to fruition. Okay, like being able to just expand and grow and experience such new exciting things is sort of what it's giving me. And I don't know what this means. There just feels like you're just taking control. It's, and then I saw like taking the seatbelt. Look at me pulling out my own hair. Taking the seatbelt off. So like, that's something about the back seat. Yeah, like no longer taking the back seat. Stepping into the driver's seat and taking control of the direction and everything. Anyways, I keep repeating myself. Let me close this off. I need to stop. Alright, I hope these messages resonated. Your pile, I feel I enjoyed the most. It feels good. It felt exciting. We have card 33. Horse spirit, freedom is yours. That's exactly what I was getting. Just being able to like be like it's giving, yeah, like an excited free horse, just like watching, you know, animals out running out in the wild, doing what they want, doing as they do. You know what I mean? Freedom. And that's what the rabbit's giving me now too. And I'm just seeing like, yeah, it's beautiful. It's in flow. It's very aligned to be more in the moment in all of that. Let me get one more. We have card 50, Rhino Spirit, overcome any obstacle. And I'm strongly getting that's in regards to whatever conflicts, whatever it is that you have to set or say no, whether that's within yourself or without of yourself. Being able to stop it in its tracks, anything that is restricting your freedom, okay? Because I feel like there's so many beautiful things that your soul wants to create. And I feel like the energy, that's what's balancing out, okay? So it's beautiful energy. Just embrace it, because I'm sort of getting there's a little bit of resistance to it. But just embrace it, because it's really fucking beautiful. But yeah, anyways, you do what you want. Sorry, I always forget. Like, I'm over here, like, telling you what to do. Did I already get... Yeah. Right? Look at me forgetting. Anyways, until we vibe again.